Well, we just got some disappointing news. We got the final email from our certificate of occupancy walkthrough and we failed. It has been such a whirlwind of a week with so much happening all the time, never knowing what's gonna happen. And we actually were gone for just a day. And we've come back and new things already. We got our first delivery that came to our house and we weren't sure how that would go on a private road, but here it is. Now let's see what's in here. We have cabinets and a fireplace. Wow. The fireplace is completed and looks absolutely beautiful. Wow. And we have countertops. And they are beautiful. Even prettier than I remember.
So when the guys started doing the fireplace, it was so beautiful. We're just not sure if we're gonna do a TV in front of it, but we do have a plug behind it, and we want the option to do it. So what I did is I had them do this with a secret. Pull this little rock out right here. You got the plug in there. Then, if we decide to, I've already got it measured out where the support is. So we can actually take like a diamond tip drill bit or a masonry drill bit and get through and actually put the mount in. But how cool is that?
So today is definitely a whirlwind of a day. A lot of things today that we didn't expect. So
every day is a whirlwind day.
Yeah, flooring.
I love your brown paper bag flooring.
I was so excited to come home to see the flooring. You can't see any of it, it's all covered up by paper.
We also keep coming up with new projects to do ourselves.
Of course.
Or should I say the boss keeps coming up with new jobs.
Of course. So today they came and did flooring. The people for the internet showed up. And we also had some 57 stone delivered in our center area to kind of where we're gonna have kind of an outdoor fire pit kind of area. And then tonight now we are going to be doing tile because we had somebody who was going to do the backsplash in the kitchen, but they had to go to town, and we're gonna be doing appliances first thing and at the first thing Monday. So we have to have the backsplash done because we want to make sure that when they put in the hood for the gas stove that there's tile kind of behind it and all that, so it all lines up nicely, so we get to do tile tonight. So this is what living in the mountains is. We're trying to get some work done. We're trying to get the tile done. I hear hollering from outside and I go to the door and Kevin's there and he saw a bear. So there's a bear out there.
I yelled at it to get done and he just straight looked at me. He didn't care.
He does not care. The bear does not care. So we just have to be careful when we go outside to make sure we don't run into the bear. And I bet it's because people put food in the trash can again. Because I saw a banana in there. We have most of the floor covered. I didn't have quite enough for everything, but we have some plastic too, so I can cover some of the plastic.
First thing we did was lay out a tile to measure to make sure we wouldn't have any slivers, either at the top or the bottom, as well as laying out the tile across the countertops, again, to make sure you don't get to a corner and have a little sliver. So we're in pretty good shape. We do have to cut one on the long wall with the windows so that we don't end up with a sliver, but we're gonna be in good shape once we do that.
Down
Okay, we're on the last piece for this wall. It's 1:44 a.m. and we are still working on the tile. We usually go to bed real early, so this is real late for us. And we're really not doing a whole lot of talking because we're just trying to stay awake right now. But it's looking good. It looks really good. Now it's super late. We're exhausted. This day is done. But I am very happy. But you can see our tile looks so good. So today, of course, we have a list of things we're gonna do today in this whirlwind of a week. And that is, we are still trying to be ready for Monday for appliances to go in potentially. It'll be Monday or Tuesday. So we are going to finish the grout on the tile. And of course we need to run to Home Depot, return the tile saw and some stuff like that. We also have a ton of bulbs to plant while it's still in the rain era. And we are going to be putting some barn lights up in here, so let's get busy. Okay, it is now time to grout this tile.
All right, so words of advice to young men looking for a wife. Get a woman that can actually do things like tile and make things and is beautiful and loving, but can do things like tile.
So I hope there's no dents or any stuff with any of this, because we bought it a long time ago and never opened it. That's a little nerve-wracking. I've been a little worried about this.
The one that matched the dishwasher had a bad review.
One finger.
Gently, so it doesn't knock out those other wheels.
So we've got the fridge in.
We're gonna save that thing. This right here is a 48-inch gas stove, and it is like in a treasure box. You have to like.
It's because it is a treasure.
Oh.
It's like the dads being like, let me save this odd piece of cut wood. Look at Winston being so helpful.
Now we'll put all the grates on top of it. So you have to
And this is the infamous huge 48-inch gas stove. Oh my gosh. And there it is. It looks so beautiful. I'm very happy with it.
All right, Stacy finished the grout on the tile, did a fabulous job. And we are both about worn out, her a little more than me because she's the one who did all the work. So we are going to call it a day.
The next day started out with some super exciting adventures. We were headed off to find our new hot tub that would sit and overlook our beautiful view. And we found it. Check something off of our list of our very whirlwind of a week. Then we headed back to the family compound so we could continue working on our tiny home and continue to get it ready to move in. I'm sure, are going to have another whirlwind of a day. Who knows what will even happen today? We're going to start out
today with some planting. So around here we have a ton of blackberry, blueberry, and huckleberry bushes. So we are actually going to try to transplant some of those onto our back hill because we want that back area to be an area that the dogs can run, and we figure if it's native to here, it should grow well and we don't have to worry about them running on it. So. So this is part of our property over here, and we seem to have a ton of these bushes over here that we're going to transplant because this is where Kenzie's going to build, and so eventually this is all going to be gone. But I want to make sure I'm not planting weeds, so I got this app called Picture This, and I'm able to take a picture and make sure what I'm transplanting. So let me see what this one is. I bet this one is like blackberries. This is going to be my guess. This says hillside blueberry.
That's not very easy to come.
No. Of hornets. In true whirlwind fashion, just as I was getting some other plants on this side of the road, I thought, let me see what this plant is connected to this other plant. And so I took a picture of it, and it was poison ivy. And I am highly allergic to poison ivy. So I had to rush back, get bleach on my gloves, on the shovel, on my legs, on my hands. Hopefully I'm not going to end up with poison ivy. And then in the middle of the whole poison ivy thing, the gas company showed up to go ahead and fill the gas tank, which meant we needed to hurry up and move all of our cars. So I'm trying to hurry up and get all this bleach on me. Kevin's moving cars, and it's a whirlwind. All right, so we've got the blueberries and the plants planted on the hill. We're gonna give it some water, and the folks just showed up to do the closets and the mirrors, so we'll check out what they're doing too. All right, let's go check out the pantries and the closets. That's what they did today. Wow. It's better than I thought it was gonna be. A lot of space. I was actually thinking I was gonna take that out, but I might not. Kind of like it. There's a lot of space in there.
The next day, we took a little break to go see our grandbaby.
Now we're going to see Eamon.
Seeing Eamon was a reminder of why we wanted to do a family compound in the first place.
It has definitely been a whirlwind day with so many people in and out, in and out, in and out. And good news, poison ivy did not crop up, so I guess the bleach took care of it. But let's check out what they've got done today because there were so many people here all over the place. And just want to say again, it's a really good idea to keep a list of all the things that still need to be done, even just as the homeowner, because it's really easy for you to forget about stuff and for something else to crop up and you forget about that other thing. And if you have your running list, you make sure that it all gets done before they leave. I don't know if they like that, but it makes me feel good. And we have handles. So the trim folks were here today and they put all of our door handles on. Our door's not done yet as far as painting and staining, but we definitely have handles.
So the electricians were here today. They wired up the hot water heater. Also, the trim guy put in the attic stairway, and you know, it's one of those things where it makes it just down just right. Just by a hair does it make it, so, but it works, so we're happy about that. All right, so kind of like Game of Thrones here. I've got a throne, but it's kind of a game because I don't have the back yet.
And check this out. We have water. Let's see if we have hot water.
Okay, so that's the problem right there. For some reason, this one has poor pressure on one side and good pressure on the other, so we've got to find out what that is.
In my beautiful ceiling, we now have, what do you call it, eyeball light?
Yep.
Wow, I guess it can move.
Yeah, you can move them if you want to.
And we have a dimmer switch.
And so also the trim guy finished putting in all the board around over the flooring, so we're good on that.
And one of my favorite things is the appliances. We now have the fridge and of course my most favorite 48-inch gas stove and the drawer microwave. You can push a button, it opens. So lots of progress. And they told us we'll be closing in a week. Like, I guess it's not closing, it's settlement, at the settlement.
Tomorrow's gonna be another big day. I've got somebody coming to wire the generator. I've got cleaners are coming, so several other people. HVAC to get our piping for our vent hoods and different things like that. And then painters should be coming as well to do touch-ups and finish up trim work and all that, kind of get everything caulked. So we're on the home stretch.
And now it's time for us to get some sleep. So we will see you tomorrow.
Even Coda is exhausted.
Today was another whirlwind of a day. First thing we did was get the generator hooked up. So now we're just waiting on a storm to take the power out so it automatically kicks on. Super excited about that. Went 9 days in 2017 without power. Not gonna happen again. So other folks were here adjusting the doors, touching up some drywall, doing some different things like that. But then also they had a cleaning person come in and do a good bit of cleaning. So we're excited to go in and see it clean for the first time.
All right, let's go in and see what it looks like. Oh, it's the first time we've ever seen it, the floors.
Hold on when you need a friend, I'll never let you go again. Reach out when your mind's uneasy, 'cause I'll understand. Hold on when you need a friend, I'll stay here to the end. Get up, don't hang your head, we'll take it step by step. Now I'm living in a matchbox. All this time, all it needed was a little spark.
So I got a call today from the post office and they said, we really need you to come and pick up some of your packages and stuff because you have a lot of stuff here and we need some additional room at the post office. At the post office. And I thought, okay, come here, let me show you. So all this and the whole entire truck is filled. So the next whirlwind event tonight is that by midnight tonight, I have to decide which rugs I want to keep. I got several, but I only have till midnight tonight to decide if I want to return any. So we're going to do some trying of rugs.
Hold on when you need a friend, I'll stay here to the end. Get up, don't hang your head, we'll take it step by step. Fell inside.
Well,
for being a pretty whirlwind busy week this week, it's really quiet here today. This morning, the permit office came and they were doing our final walkthrough for our certificate of occupancy, so we shall see. Well, we just got some disappointing news. We got the final email from our certificate of occupancy walkthrough and we failed. Very disappointing. And the reason we failed is because we have to have one working toilet and the plumbers had to go and get the backs. If you saw earlier, they had to get different backs for the toilets because the backs were too big on the toilets that they originally brought, and they didn't get here in time to get them on before the folks came to do the permit, to do the walkthrough. So I don't know what will happen because we are supposed to be about a week away from settlement and finishing everything, and we still have several things on the list. And not only that, we have to have a permit. We have our inspection has to pass. So we shall see next week. It was definitely a whirlwind week and did not end the way that we had hoped. So we hope next week, being the final countdown, will be a better outcome.